Hello and welcome everyone to Dixon Stadium, the beautiful venue, a new part of the parks here at St. Mary's. I'm Joe Rodriguez, joined by Brian Maglione, bringing you some Southern Regional action here today. The St. Mary's Rattlers coming in on a record of 11-3. They'll be taking on the Angelo State University. The Rams coming in with a record of 10-2. The Rattlers ranked #1 in the Southern region. The Rams, of course, ranked #3. Brian, two very exciting high-powered team. A quick one-and-done little series right here. On the mound, Mario Maldonado drawing his first start. What are you looking for the most, though, out of this matchup between the Rams and the Rattlers?
Well, I look forward to seeing great action between two very good ball clubs. Both teams well over 500 in their records so far this season. I look forward to the Rattlers continuing their success here at home. It'll be interesting to see how they handle Angelo State, who away from home is 6-2 on the road. So two very good teams, one must give here this afternoon.
And leading off, it'll be Christian Kuhnauer. Mario, his first pitch and his first start. It's out of the zone. Let's go on ahead and meet Mario Maldonado. He has pitched earlier on this year. He's made 3 appearances. A 2.46 ERA to go with a 1-0 win-loss. He also has a save. All that amounted to 3 2/3 innings of work, and he's only given up 1 earned run, so we'll see what Mario can do today. 1-1 the count to Kuhnauer. Mario, he's going to be working from the windup today. Here's the pitch, and that one above the belt. It'll be 2-1 now. Let's meet the rest of the Rams lineup. Kuhnauer, he'll lead off, play second base. Norka will play center field and bat second. Goggin will be in right field and bat third. Summers, keep an eye on him. He'll be playing shortstop and batting cleanup. David will be batting fifth and playing first base. Tyner, the designated hitter, will bat sixth. Choate will bat seventh and play third base. Zapata will be in left field and bat eighth, as that pitch is just off the plate and it's now a full count. And Massengale, the catcher, will round up the lineup. Full count. It's a beautiful day for baseball. The weather down there on the field is very, very nice, as Kuhnauer was hit by the pitch. However, kind of a gloomy day, as sun, it doesn't really appear like it'll be making much of an appearance here today.
Yeah, an overcast day here in the Alamo City, but nonetheless, beautiful weather for baseball.
So now here comes Norka to the plate. Norka, a 271 hitter so far on the year. He has 8 RBIs. That's pretty good total so far. Ties him for 4th on the team. Kuhnauer, nice lead over there at first, and that one will be hit foul down the third base side. And something you need to look after on Mario Maldonado, he may usually have been working in relief so far this year for the Rattlers, but don't be mistaken, that doesn't mean he doesn't have a good pickoff move over there to first. A very quick move over there when he wants to. Kuhnauer, he has 10 stolen bags on the year so far. He's 10 for 13. And that first one lobbed over there softly. Mario comes set, off speed, off the plate. The check over to first will not be in time. The count will be evened at 1-1. Let's go on ahead and meet the Rattlers defense. A bit of musical chairs being played as Mario's drawn the start. The outfield remains the same though. Jones, Garcia, Orton from left to right. Around the horn we go though. Hermson at third, Gonzalez at short, Roberts at second. As the bunt's laid down, it's in the middle of no man's land and everybody will be safe. And then Humple will be over there at first, and Keith Funk will be behind the plate. So it'll be a single for Norka, and 2 Rams on board. Mario will have to work around some early trouble. Now here comes David Goggin to the plate. Goggin, a .415 hitter so far on the year. He has 13 RBIs. That's tops on the team. Go along with a couple of doubles and a triple.
Last season, Goggin was named Lone Star Conference Freshman of the Year.
It's Mario, that first pitch, it's taken towards center. Garcia is onto it, and he'll have the catch. And if you're Mario, that's a well-needed first out right there. It allows you to set up the double play to end the inning. But they're going to have to go through Summers here. Summers so far on the year, he's hitting only .283 with 12 RBIs. The 12 RBIs is second on the team, but we know he can be a very good player there.
And Summers, who played some Division I baseball over at the University of Texas in Austin, he was selected by the San Diego Padres in the 19th round of the MLB draft, so Summers definitely one to look out for here this afternoon.
1-0 the count. Mario glimpsed back to second. Kunauer is dancing around a little bit back there, but nothing doing, and count will be now 2-0. Summers, though, so far on the year, he already has struck out 10 times, so might be a bit of an issue for him. But this one is popped up to left field. Jones is onto it, and he'll make the catch. So 2 pop flies, 2 retired, and now a situation that seems much more manageable for Mario, as David's now coming to the plate. David, he leads this team in batting average. He's hitting an even .500 on the year. He's hitting 19 for 38 to start. That's a great start right there. 9 RBIs as well. Mario, his third look to second, and time finally called by David.
Earlier on this month, David was named Lone Star Conference Hitter of the Week, and it just goes to show how well-rounded this Angelo State team is. And the Rattlers, no slouches in their own right, and Maldonado gets David swinging for strike 1.
Yeah, 4 players hitting over 400 currently on the year for the Rams. David, Kunauer, Tyner, and Goggin. I mean, and those are everyday players for him. Those aren't guys who are just going 1 for 2 and then their average is 500 on the stat sheet. Those are guys who have been playing just about every single game. 1-1 the count. The wind is blowing in, if you can see the flag, so expect anything hit toward right field to start to die down, as that one's above the belt, and it'll be 2-1 as well. In case you're not certain, because both of these teams' colors are gold and blue, the Rattlers will be wearing the gold tops today. The Rams, meanwhile, will be wearing the blue tops. 2-1 the count. And that one popped but foul down the first base side, and it'll now be 2-2. 2-2, 2 away. Mario looking in. He comes set. Check the second. And I'll check there again, and time was called by David. It's already been an exciting year of Rattler baseball. Simply to mention the no-hitter from McLean last time. And McLean has absolutely insane numbers so far on the year. 24 strikeouts in his last 2 appearances, as this one is popped foul as well. And really, you talked about Angelo State struggling on the road a little bit. The Rattlers, on the contrary, they've been very, very good at home. 9-2 so far on the year. They've actually yet to have a big-time road trip. A lot of their games have just been at home.
Breaking in the new ballpark here inside the park at St. Mary's.
They did have one road game. That was at Houston Victoria a couple of weeks back. But besides that, they only played at a neutral site. That was at Minute Maid Park, and every other game's been a home game. And the trend will continue this weekend as they'll take on William Jewell College. 2-2 the count. That one off the plate. David wanted to offer at it, but he was able to discipline himself and not go around, and it'll be a full count.
An impressive pitch there by Maldonado. Tried getting David to chase one out of the zone, but instead it's a full count.
And really this week, the last week before the Rattlers will have to gear up for conference play. Next week they'll be taking on McMurray, as this one's fouled back right towards us and actually hit the press box right next to us. Hey, we got a souvenir. First one in the new park. You probably hear the ball hitting the fencing area right in front of the box. The mic probably picked that up nicely.
Yes.
Full count, 2 away. And this one hit over to third. Hermson, he didn't get a good jump on it. Throw will come to home, but it won't be in time, and it'll be 1-0 for the Rams.
Great piece of hitting there by David. Not doing too much with Maldonado's pitch, and he was able to deposit it between short and third as he scores the first run of the ball game.
Now here comes Tenor to the plate. Tenor, he's hitting .417 on the year. 8 RBIs to go along with that. Here's the pitch, and called strike one. And for Maldonado, letting the first 2 base runners on board, proving to be costly in the early stages of this ball game. Mario, he deals, and that one just off the plate, 1-1. And if you're Maldonado, you just have to go on ahead and try to put that one past you. You kind of just gotta push forward and know that there's going to be plenty of opportunity for the bats to get going behind you. As that one called strike 2.
Beautiful pitch by Maldonado right there. Catches the outside corner. And you are correct. Maldonado just needs to settle down and limit the damage that is being done here at the top of the inning, and allow for the Rattler bats to get them where they need to be.
2-2 now the count. Norca, he leads from second. David from first. Norca, he has decent speed over there at first base. He's 6 of 9 on stolen bags so far the year. And you usually assume that center fielders are one of your better speed guys. As this one's popped up behind the plate, Funk able to make the play. So that'll do it for the innings. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 left on base. The Ram Bells won. The Rattlers coming up.
So much to celebrate in Division II. We're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes have the 10 initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $1 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted. We play hard, we work hard, we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
And welcome back, everyone. Bottom of the first set to get underway. Let's go on ahead and meet the Angelo State University Rams starting pitcher. It'll be Dylan Becker out there on the rubber, a 2-1 record so far on the year, to go along with a 3.68 ERA. Becker, he's worked 7 1/3 innings so far this year, and he has 7 strikeouts as opposed to 1 walk. He's given up 3 earned runs, so we'll see what the Rattlers can do against him. Garcia stepping in to face the righty, and the first pitch is darted in there for a called strike 1. Let's go on ahead and meet the Rattlers lineup. Garcia, he'll lead off, play center field. Roberts, he'll bat second and play second base, as that one catches the inside corner for a called strike 2. Now here's where the lineup starts to change a little bit because Mario's the starting pitcher. Orton, he'll go on ahead, move up to the 3 spot. He'll play right field. Garcia, Omar Garcia, he'll be the designated hitter hitting cleanup. Nathan Humple will be playing first base and batting 5th. Joe Hermson will play third base and bat 6th. Keith Funk, the catcher, will bat 7th. Al Gonzalez, the shortstop, will bat 8th. And then Scott Jones, the left fielder, will round out the lineup and bat 9th. 1-2 pitch that's lifted towards left field. Giving a good chase was Zapata, but it gets out of play into the opposing lineup's dugout, and the count will remain 1-2.
Garcia gave that ball a good run, but it just tailed into foul territory, fortunately out of play, because Zapata got a good jump on the ball, and if it weren't for a lack of real estate, he probably would have been able to make the play.
Becker, it looks like he'll be working exclusively from the set. That one was tried to be framed by Massengill, but it was outside 2-2. Garcia, so far on the year, hitting .304. He's scored 7 runs as well and has 5 RBIs. Very good numbers for your leadoff hitters. That one will be fouled back, and we'll be doing 2-2 again. The thing you like about Garcia is that he really knows how to get on base, and it may be becoming a cliche to say get on base now, but he's also drawn 9 walks on the year. That one's tapped over towards Becker. The underhanded toss to first in time, and Garcia will be retired for the first out for the Rattlers. Let's go on ahead, meet the Rams fielders, starting with the outfield from left to right. We have Zapata, Norca, and then Goggins. Third base will be handled by Choate, Summers at short, Kuhnauer at second, and David at first. And then you have Messengill behind the plate as Roberts, a little excuse me swing, and down to first it goes. David will handle it with ease, and 2 Rattlers away.
Right fielder Brooks Orton.
That's how you know you're fooled by a pitch right there. You kind of just put a little half swing over to it, and it just goes nowhere for you. As now Brooks Orton will come to the plate. Brooks hitting .310 so far on the year. He has 1 home run to go with 7 RBIs. Becker sets, deals, and a called strike 1. And it looks like for Becker, that fastball is going to be the primary thing that he's going to be working with today.
And so far, these first 2 batters that Becker has faced, he looks in control of his pitches.
He's getting ahead quickly as well. 0-2 now. And it looks like Becker will go on ahead, tray out the ball. Orton, he'll step out as well, readjust his gloves. It'll be an 0-2 count with 2 away. Orton, he'll have to try to get something going with a 2-out rally right here. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one hit over to first as well. David will take it, step on the bag yet again. So 1-2-3 goes St. Mary's, as 1-0 will be the Rams' lead as we head to the second.
With 12 premier institutions across 4 states, the members of the Heartland Conference are proud partners of their communities and NCAA Division II. We are committed to the academic and athletic success of our student athletes. The Heartland Conference offers a vibrant championship experience with schools that are nationally competitive, engaged with their communities, and supported by hundreds of thousands of fans who promote a positive game environment. To learn more about the Heartland Conference, visit us at heartlandsports.org. Choose Division II. Choose the Heartland Conference.
And welcome back. The top of the second set to get underway. It'll be Choate, Zapata, and Massengill. The bottom of the order doing up for the Rams. Rams already leading by a score of 1-0. If you're just joining us, David, he had the RBI single in the first, as Mario Maldonado throws in a called strike 1. And we talked about this a little bit in the break, as that one's off the plate, 1-1. Just a little bit of a off-feeling day, isn't it? I mean, it's a Tuesday game. It feels like we haven't had one of those on campus in quite a while. And the Rattlers' Tuesday games are going to start becoming a regularity, as that one's popped over toward left, and Jones will make the catch. But these one-and-done games on Tuesdays really kind of test the mettle of your team and try to see where you are at the year. And it's not quite the grind that the professionals have to go through, but there is a grind involved in the college process as well.
Oh, yes, indeed. These athletes are students first as well, so having a game in the middle of the week really tests not just each player individually, but the team as well. And you have to be mentally tough to be able to play games like this, as this one goes deep into right, but there to make the play is Orton for out number 2.
Catcher, Cameron Massengill.
And now here comes Massengill to the plate. Massengill so far hitting .250 on the year, to have along with 5 RBIs. And now he'll step in to face Mario. First pitch from Mario, called strike 1. And the thing I've noticed about Mario so far, all 5 of the outs he's recorded have been via the pop-up. So he's pitching a little bit to contact here in the early goings, if you were to tell by the outs, as that one's hit well to right field for a single for Massengill. And now here comes Kuhnauer.
Tyler Kuhnauer.
Kuhnauer, he was hit by a pitch in a full count last time up. Came around, scored the run. Now he's batting with a runner on base. First pitch, called strike 1. And you think that maybe Mario was aware that he had hit him the last time up along with Funk, so they made sure to pitch him inside the first one right here?
Just to keep him aware.
Yeah, a little bit of mind games going on. Oh, an off-speed pitch. Way ahead of it was Kuhnauer, 0-2.
And that was a great play, that great pitch, by Maldonado. That inside pitch, more or less, was also to set up for that off-speed pitch on the outside portion of the plate. Now Maldonado up 0-2 in the count.
Mario, he steps off. That's something you see the great pitchers do that kind of sets them apart. Even if they hit a batter with a pitch and let them get on base, based on that, as Mario gets the strikeout, they know what to come up with for the next inning. So that'll do it for the innings. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on base. Right into the bottom of the second, the Rattlers trying to come back.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. you'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Leading off the second for
Bottom of the second, set to get underway. It'll be 4, 5, 6 due up for the Rattlers. Garcia, Umpel, and Hermsen. Omar Garcia, designated hitter role as per usual, and he'll look at a called strike one. Omar, he's been crushing it as of late, hitting .423 so far on the year. Go along with his 10 RBIs, that has him tied for the for the most on the team. That pitch out of the zone, 1-1. We'll see what Becker comes back with this inning. It looked like just mainly fastball setting himself up in the first. But that ball is popped up towards right center field. Norca will take charge, make the catch, and one away.
First baseman, Nathan Humpel.
And if you're the Rattlers, might start tuning in on that fastball as the game progresses and be able to take advantage of it. It's why the first time through the lineup for the pitcher is usually the easiest. You're allowed to establish the tempo and do what you want, unless you don't really have your stuff, as Umpel fouls that one down the third base side. And then the second time through the lineup is based on the groove that you've gotten through and versus the adjustments that the hitters have been able to make. Umpel, he's been leading the Rattlers in average all year. He's hitting 438. 4 RBIs, a couple of doubles as well. As he hits one over to second on the ground, but Kuhnhauer's there. He'll make the play.
Third baseman, Joe Hermsen.
And now here comes Joe Hermsen. Hermsen, he's hitting .367 so far on the year. 4 RBIs. And Hermsen, one of the newcomers to the Rattlers. They've been trying to get him in as much as they can. He plays both first base and third base, so whenever Umpel's starting, he'll get into the game. Along with whenever Mario's in the game, he'll move over to third. Hermsen, he'll show bunt right here, but I don't think he was really going to offer at it. 1-0. Although the corner infielders are playing particularly deep against Joe. The outfield, meanwhile, looks pretty shallow. That pitch off the plate, and Joe will be ahead 2-0.
The Overland Park, Kansas native played his first 2 seasons of college ball at Fort Scott Community College. His sophomore season batted .292 with 25 RBIs. So Hermsen looking to get something going for the Rattlers here in the bottom of the second inning.
That one across the plate, 2-1 count. Should Hermsen reach, then Funk would be due up next. Becker sets, deals, and that one popped way foul. And so it'll go from a 2-0 count to a 2-2 count. And now Joe will have to protect the plate. Hermson digs back in. He's really up on the plate right now. And a swing and a miss. So 1-2-3 goes St. Mary's. They've been held hitless through 2. 1-0 still the score. The Rams coming up.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Top of the third, sets again underway. It'll be Norca, Goggin, and Summers due up this inning for the Rams. Norca, so far, he is 1 for 1 on the day. He had that single in the top of the first. And Maldonado, that pitch a bit outside, and it'll be 1-0. So, Brian, we've gotten to see Mario for a couple of innings now in a starting role, as that one's popped up towards right field. Orton's on it, and he'll make the catch. Give me your general impressions so far of Mario Maldonado, the pitcher.
Maldonado's done a solid job thus far. He's kept the ball in areas where his teammates, could make plays and get outs for him, and only allowing 1 run so far in the ball game. He's definitely held his own on the mound thus far, and he's pitched 39 pitches so far. He's definitely putting in a lot of work so far in the early innings.
That first pitch off the plate, the second one tapped foul. It'll be 1-1. Mario was actually recruited to St. Mary's as a pitcher. He was by design going to be a pitcher for the Rattlers in maybe his 2nd or 3rd year. But as a freshman, as that one's fouled back, and it'll be 1-2 now, there wasn't anyone who could really contribute for the Rattlers at second base. They had a bunch of errors there. The hitting production was non-existent. And so the Rattlers coaching staff, as that one's in the dirt to even the count at 2-2, kind of looked over their lineup, saw if they had anyone who could contribute. Mario was the man to step up for them. And Mario, he went in, started playing second base daily, was very good in the field. Also was decent with the bat, even though he hit it mostly in the 9th spot all year, as that one's fouled back to make it 2-2. But was a major part of that Rattler team that made the run, won the South Region title, and even went to the NCAA Division II College World Series. But now this season, as Mario winds and deals, pitches inside, Mario has started to take on that pitching persona that he was envisioned to take when he was first recruited to join the Rattlers. Full count, as this one's popped foul.
And credit these Angelo State Rams. They've definitely been working the count every time they've come up to bat against Maldonado.
Here's the pitch. And called strike 3. Goggin thought he had reached with the free pass, but he's rung up on the outside corner. And now 2 Rams retired.
And that is the second strikeout for Maldonado this ball game. That was a beautiful pitch on the outside portion of the plate as he got Goggin looking.
And now here comes Summers to the plate. First pitch. That one hit over toward the Rattler dugout, but it'll bounce harmlessly off the fencing in front of it. And it'll be 0-1. Summers, he's 0 for 1 today as well. Popped out to left field his first time up. Mario looking in, he winds and deals. And that one a little bit inside. Summers had to turn away from it. It will be a 1-1 count. Now Mario winding, dealing. And that one's off the plate as well, so it's 2-1. And if you're Mario, right now is when you want to locate a pitch. You don't want to fall behind 3-1. And a nice off-speed pitch. He gets Summers to swing through it, and it'll be 2-2 instead. I gotta tell you, Brian, 2-2 is a whole lot different than 3-1 when you're out there pitching.
Definitely, you have a wider range of pitches you can go to as the side is retired on the liner to Gonzalez at short. But yeah, definitely 2-2. Much easier to deal with than 3-1.
And that'll do it for the inning. No runs, no hits, none left on base. 1-2-3 inning for Mario. We'll go on ahead, head to the bottom of the 3rd inning as you're watching Rattler Baseball on the Rattler Network.
With 12 premier institutions across 4 states, the members of the Heartland Conference are proud partners of their communities and NCAA Division II. We are committed to the academic and athletic success of our student-athletes. The Heartland Conference offers a vibrant championship experience with schools that are nationally competitive, engaged with their communities, and supported by hundreds of thousands of fans who promote a positive game environment. To learn more about the Heartland Conference, visit us at heartlandsports.org. Choose Division II. Choose the Heartland Conference.
Bottom of the 3rd, set to get underway. It'll be Funk, Gonzalez, and Jones, the bottom of the order. St. Mary's still searching for their first hit of the ball game here against Becker. So Becker comes set, deals, and that one high and tight to Funk. He'll have to lean back for ball 1.
Now, if I'm the Rattlers this inning, I want to try to make Becker use some pitches. He's definitely not had to throw as much as Mario Maldonado on the other end. Becker, after that pitch, only 22 thrown thus far in the ball game. So the Rattlers, if they want to try to get something going, maybe see some more pitches and foul some off as Funk did right there, and hopefully they'll get something going.
And a 1-2 the count. And you talk about fouling off pitches, making the pitcher work a little bit. It's multi-layered, the benefits that you get from doing that to a pitcher. First off, it might tire him out a little bit as Funk goes down swinging on a ball that just absolutely broke out from underneath him. And now it'll be Al Gonzalez due up. It also lets you see more pitches so that you're able to adjust to it better the next time you're up. I mean, you hear people talking about seeing the fastball for the first time and then you're able to hit it. It's really true, and something that most baseball players try to do, as Al Gonzalez looks at a fastball out of the zone for ball 1.
And not only does seeing more pitches allow for you individually as a batter to get a better feel of the pitcher, but it also allows your teammates to see what is being thrown and what could potentially be thrown when they go up to bat as well.
2-0 the count to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, the slump continues to start the year. He's hitting 178 right now. Go along with 3 RBIs. 8 for 45 so far on the year. He's been moved down in the order a little bit. Hopefully not as much pressure on him, and he'll be able to find his stride now, as that one's off the plate, and it's 3-0.
And good job by Al taking the first 3 pitches, and he's ahead in the count 3-0.
And that one above the belt, now will draw the walk. So the 8th walk on the year for Al, and the Rattlers will have their first base runner of the day. Now here comes Scott Jones. Jones, he's hitting 324 so far on the year, along with 5 RBIs. And Jones, he may be batting 9th, but he's one of those guys who's just as capable of batting leadoff. He'll be able to turn over this lineup for St. Mary's more often than not. First pitch called strike 1. Jones, he also has a number of sack bunts on the year, 2. Has that one called in there for strike 1. And bunting, something the Rattlers do regularly. They have 11 so far on the year. Gonzalez, a nice lead over there at first. And he'll have to dive back, but he's safe. 1-1 now. Yeah, pretty nice crowd out here to see the game today for the Rattlers. See a couple of volleyball players down there. As the bunt is laid down by Jones, it's a beauty as it dives right there in front of the plate. Jones is retired, but the sacrifice is successful. And now here comes Adrian Garcia. Garcia, he grounded out to Becker the first time up.
Center fielder Adrian Garcia.
But Adrian, he's been a pretty clutch hitter so far on the year for St. Mary's. And with a runner at scoring position, he's definitely one of those bats you want up, as that first one's dealt in there for a called strike 1. Two away. Becker swinging his arm, getting himself in a rhythm. Here's the pitch, and that one tapped on 2 hops over to first. David will take it, and that'll do it for the inning. So the Rattlers managed to put one into scoring position, but they strand him. No runs, no hits, 1 left on base. We're heading to the top of the 4th. The Rattlers still trail 1-0.
In Sterling, New.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II. We're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes have the 10 initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $1 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted. We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
And welcome back. Top of the fourth set to get underway. Maldonado still out there on the rubber for the Rattlers. It'll be David, Tenor, and Choate due up. David, 1 for 1 so far. He had a single his first time up. As that first pitch a bit low, 1-0. Mario winding, dealing. And that one above the bell as well, 2-0. And for St. Mary's, I think that they want Maldonado to succeed and become their fourth starting pitcher, although he's been working as their closer as well, as that one's a called strike. And the main reason being that right now the Rattlers, they have 3 left-handed pitchers who are established. McLean, Solis, Umple, as that one's smoked but foul down the left field line. It'll be 2-2. And just to have that change of pace, a right-handed starting pitcher who can come in there and blow people away or even just get people out is an asset to have on your team.
And it definitely eases the pressure off of the 3 starters, McLean, Solis, and Umple. Getting that 4th solid starter will definitely be, as you mentioned, a key asset in helping the Rattlers as the season progresses.
And David will step out of the box, a 3-2 count. Rattlers, another pitcher that they have available that started for them, Greg Dobb. He's 1-1 on the year. As this one's popped towards center field, coming hard is Garcia, and he'll make the play for the first out of the inning. So St. Mary's actually with probably possibly 5 starting pitchers. And those 5 starting pitchers really start coming into play when you get into tournament time at the end of the year. Because you're playing game after game after game. And it's all over the course of one weekend. So the more starting pitchers that you have available, the better. As this one's lifted toward right field. Orton's over there. He'll make the catch, and 2 away.
And as he mentioned, in tournament play, having key starting pitching will determine whether or not you make it deep in the tournament, and the Rattlers definitely have the assets to do so offensively. And as we've seen early on this season, they've had the pitching, and Maldonado doing a solid job thus far in this game as Orton tracks that one down to retire the side.
And so a much needed quick inning for Maldonado. He only threw 8 pitches that inning, and that'll do it for the top of the 4th. The bottom upcoming. Rattlers still trail it 1-0.
With 12 premier institutions across 4 states, the members of the Heartland Conference are proud partners of their communities and NCAA Division II. We are committed to the academic and athletic success of our student athletes. The Heartland Conference offers a vibrant championship experience with schools that are nationally competitive, engaged with their communities, and supported by hundreds of thousands of fans who promote a positive game environment. To learn more about the Heartland Conference, visit us at heartlandsports.org. Choose Division II. Choose the Heartland Conference.
And welcome back, everyone, to Dixon Stadium. Joe Rodriguez, Brian Maglulion, bring you all the action here as we head to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Roberts, Orton, and Garcia due up this inning for the Rattlers. And Brian, the Rattler bats, they have to get going eventually. No hits yet given up by Becker.
And only one Rattler was able to reach base, and that was Al Gonzalez as he drew a 4-pitch walk. He managed to advance to second the previous inning on a sac bunt, but the Rattlers were unable to do anything with it, as this one is hit high into foul territory, and the play is made by the first baseman, David, for out number 1.
Now here comes Orton to the plate. Orton, he grounded out to first base his first time up. Orton, usually the cleanup hitter for the Rattlers. He's batting third today. Basically, everyone in the order moved up a spot because Mario is usually the number 3 hitter for the Rattlers, but of course he's pitching today, so he's not going to hit as well. As that one's a called strike. You are allowed to hit your pitcher, but I think that the Rattlers, with as hot as Omar Garcia has been, hitting .423 on the year, they're going to go on ahead and opt to go with him today. 1-1 the count. And that one hit high into the air towards right center field. Coming on and making the play is Goggin, and 2 Rattlers are now retired. And for St. Mary's, it's not so much that you're getting out, it's that you're getting out quickly. Like, they aren't working the count as much as they could be, and as a result, it's allowing Becker to just get in a very, very good rhythm and to steamroll them at this point. Garcia, he popped out to center his first time up, as that first pitch is well above the belt, 1-0.
And Becker, that being only his 37th pitch of the ball game, in contrast to Mario's 58, Becker definitely not having to work as hard for his outs, as that one is in the dirt for ball number 2.
But it's also to Becker's credit. He's making his pitches and he's executing. And for the most part, he's been able to get ahead in the count, but not this time against Garcia, 2-0. Becker, he deals, and that one smashed to short. Oh, off the chest of Summers as he tried to make a diving catch, and Garcia will have the Rattlers' first hit of the day. That one was just absolute rope. It was smoked.
Great attempt there by Summers, but was just unable to time it just right, and it ricocheted off of him. And the Rattlers get their first hit of the ball game.
And now here comes Umpel to the plate. Umpel, he grounded out to second his first time up, as that one's off the plate, 1-0. And for the Rattlers, that first hit might just be all they need. Just have to find some light to work through and to get yourself going. Garcia, he leads from first. And Umpel now hits one into right field. Oh, great diving effort by Kunauer. Caught off the bag was Garcia at second, but he's able to dive back safely. And now it'll be 2 Rattlers on board, and Garcia is a little bit slow to get up. I think he might have just dove back awkwardly.
Third baseman Joe Hermson.
And now here comes Joe Hermson. So a couple of back-to-back singles for the Rattlers. They're starting to show some life. And it'll be Hermson coming to the plate. Now Garcia might have gotten stepped on. I just watched it back. And when he dove back, he might have gotten a cleat in the back from Summers by accident. Hermson, he offers at that first pitch. He was trying to check his swing for a called strike 1. So good opportunity for the Rattlers as they're trying to get a 2-out rally going. Becker, he comes set and deals. That one in the dirt, but dug out nicely by Messingill. And it'll be 1-1.
And this is the best the Rattlers have looked so far offensively in this ball game, getting 2 runners on. And Hermson now has a chance to get something going for the Rattlers.
Pickoff play over to second. Oh, and Garcia barely got back. Summers almost blocked the bag off, but Garcia able to sneak a hand through his legs.
Bang, bang play right there. Beautiful pickoff throw by Becker. but Garcia able to get in there safely.
I think the throw was there in time. It's just that the throw was a little bit errant, so Summers had to bring the glove down and try to apply the tag, but wasn't able to. And that one caught the inside corner, 1-2 now to Hermsen. So now Joe will have to shorten up his swing and battle back. Becker swinging the ball down low, comes set and deals. And that one's out of the zone, 2-2.
Great patience by Hermsen as he takes that one out of the zone as he works the count even.
Yeah, it's a fine line when you have a couple strikes on you between having a good eye and being disciplined and looking at called strike 3. So this one's lifted in the air towards right field. Goggins going back, and it's going to be over his head. It's going to be 1-run home for sure for the Rattlers. The ball is bobbled in right field, so the second will score. And just like that, the Rattlers have 3 hits in a row and a lead in the ball game.
Beautiful piece of hitting by Joe Hermsen, able to get it over the head of Goggin in right field, and that was good enough for a 2 RBI double.
And now here comes Keith Funk to the plate. And for Becker, smooth sailing the whole way through 3 2/3. And then the Rattlers, they just start getting this 2-out rally going. And 3 hits in a row, and all of a sudden, the lead is in the direction of the Rattlers. Here comes Keith Funk to the plate. Funk, he struck out his first time up. And it really was a good job by Hermsen. He took the pitch the other way, still managed to get it over the head of Goggin. And the first pitch to Funk inside, 1-0.
Funk this season batting .250 and has 10 RBIs, and he has another chance to add on to that RBI total with a runner at second as he swings and misses on that one, 1-1.
Hermsen, by the way, RBIs number 5 and 6 on the year. Becker, here's the delivery. And oh, the inside corner is caught for a called strike 2. And this is what Becker needs to get back to doing. He was working very quickly before any Rattlers were on board. But with base runners on, sometimes you have to slow down your approach, and that one's off the plate, 2-2.
And what the past 3 Rattler batters have been able to do, they've been able to work the count against Becker, and Funk hits that to short, a 2-hopper, and
they got him.
The tag was made at first. Great play by David, able to apply the tag onto Funk. The Rattlers able to do some damage here in the bottom of the 4th, however, able to score 2. They now lead 2-1 as we head to the top of the 5th inning.
For the signature of our
With 12 premier institutions across 4 states, the members of the Heartland Conference are proud partners of their communities and NCAA Division II. We are committed to the academic and athletic success of our student athletes. The Heartland Conference offers a vibrant championship experience with schools that are nationally competitive, engaged with their communities, and supported by hundreds of thousands of fans who promote a positive game environment. To learn more about the Heartland Conference, visit us at heartlandsports.org. Choose Division II. Choose the Heartland Conference.
Top of the fifth, set to get underway here at Dixon. Mario still out there on the rubber. He'll be facing the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Rams. The first pitch out of the zone. Zapata, Messengill, and Kuhnauer due up for the Rams. And that pitch out of the zone, 2-0. And if you're Mario Maldonado, probably a bit of pressure lift off of your shoulders. You were down 1-0 for the entirety of the game, it felt like, or in reality. And now your team, they've gotten the bats going just a little bit. You're out there pitching with the lead. Off speed, off the plate, and it'll be 3-1 now. And your mentality as a pitcher really changes when you're having the lead, even if it's just a 1-run lead versus when you're down by 1 run. So that one's grounded over toward Roberts. Flip to first in time for the first out of the inning.
Catcher, Cameron Massengill.
And as a pitcher, having the lead, you feel a little more relaxed. You're a little more loose. You're not as uptight playing from behind, and you could kind of see it in Mario as in this inning. He seems a little more relaxed, more loose with his pitches.
That pitch by Mario, outside corner called strike 1 to Massengill. Massengill, he singled his first time up. 0-1 the count. As that one's hit over towards Al. Al, the throw across the diamond in time, and there'll be 2 away now.
Second baseman Tyler Kuhnauer.
And now here comes Kuhnauer. Kuhnauer is 0 for 1. Hit by a pitch the first time up, struck out the second time. And with 2 away, we'll see what Kuhnauer does. His approach might be a little bit different. Maybe just try to foul a couple off, see some pitches, add to Mario's pitch count. But instead, first pitch swinging over to Hermsen on a hop. Throw to first in time, and that'll do it for the inning. So another 1-2-3 inning for Maldonado. He's retired 10 in a row, and the Rattlers lead it 2-1.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Bottom of the fifth, start set to get underway, but first a pitching change. Graylin Brown will now be on the rubber for the Rams. And as we see every now and then on these Tuesday games, they kind of sometimes become patchwork jobs. Opposing Brown will be Gonzalez, Jones, and Garcia. As that first pitch out of the zone, 1-0 to Al. Brown, a 3.73 ERA so far on the year. He's appeared in 5 games, started 1. He's mainly a relief pitcher for these Rams. And in 9 2/3 innings of work, he has 6 strikeouts as opposed to 4 walks. That one grounded over to second, and Gonzalez will be retired.
Left fielder, Scott.
And you
Jones.
mentioned it in the break, Brian. Some good-looking velocity on Brown.
Yeah, he looks like a hard-throwing pitcher. Last season was a member of the Lone Star Conference All-Tournament team, and he had a 2-0 win-loss record last season, pitching mostly in relief, appearing in 19 games, starting in only 1, with a 4.05 ERA. Brown, a hard-throwing right-hander, will try to keep the Rattlers at bay as this game progresses.
Jones now at the plate. Jones, he had a sac bunt his first time up. This one, a 2-hopper over to short. Summers, the throw across the diamond, is in time, and 2 Rattlers are quickly retired.
Center fielder, Adrian Garcia.
And now here comes Adrian Garcia. And so it's not very often you see a pitcher yanked quickly after 4 innings. But what it does, if you have the arms in your bullpen to do it, is it once again forces the Rattlers to try to see some pitches and to try to adapt to the new pitcher. As Garcia shows bunt, but takes a pitch that is called strike 1. Garcia 0 for 1 today. He's grounded out twice. Here's Brown, and that one caught the outside corner, 0-2.
Great pitch there by Brown, painting the outside corner of the plate, and now he's up in the count, 0-2.
And that one well outside. It'll be 1-2 now. And if you're Adrian right now, just got to go on ahead, try to shorten up the swing, foul some away. As that hard curveball was out of the zone, 2-2.
Look for Brown on this next pitch to go back to the outside portion of the plate.
Oh, he came back inside off speed with the changeup and managed to get Garcia swinging. So 1-2-3 goes St. Mary's, but they still lead 2-1. You're watching Rattler Baseball on the Rattler Network.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II. We're especially proud of our commitment to make a win.
Division II student athletes the 10 initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $1 million have been raised. Hundreds of children's wishes have been granted. We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
Top of the 6th set to get underway. It'll be the 2-3-4 hitters due up for the Rams, Norca, Goggin, and Summers. We'll see what they can do. Norca so far today, he's 1 for 2. At first pitch, out of the zone for ball 1. And we mentioned getting in a groove. Mario, it appears that he's found it. He's retired 10 Rams in a row. As that pitch called strike 1.
And I really think what helped Mario get into that groove was that bottom of the 4th inning for the Rattlers, as they were able to put a 2 spot on and give Mario a lead to work with, and so far it's been much of the same since. Mario wheeling and dealing, and as you mentioned, retiring the last 10 batters he's faced, as that one, Karams fouled. 2-2 still the count.
Mario will get a new ball, head back onto the mound. Remind you, Rattler fans, if you want to keep up with all the action, not only in baseball, but across all Rattler sports, be sure to check us out on Twitter at St. Mary's Rattlers. As that one's over the belt, it's a full count. You can also check us out on Instagram at the same handle, at St. Mary's Rattlers, youtube.com/St. Mary's Rattlers. Of course, our Facebook page as well, facebook.com/St. Mary's Rattlers. As that one smoked into left field, and it'll be a leadoff single for Norca, his second hit of the day. And then, of course, if you want to check out everything about the Rattlers that you could possibly want to know, scheduling, statistics, everything you'd want to know about the players, just check out rattlerathletics.com. So it'll be Goggin at the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. He struck out looking his last time up. And we see Hermsen playing up on the grass. They're kind of looking for the bunt right here. But Goggin is the number 3 hitter for the Rams, so usually you don't sacrifice your number 3 hitter. Check over to first by Mario again. Diving back safely again is Norca. Mario looks in, comes set. Bunt being shown, thrown over again though.
And Norca, definitely one to keep an eye on. He's stolen 6 bases on 9 attempts so far this season.
And time is called. Meanwhile, Goggins, he already has 4 sacrifice bunts so far on the year, as that one's out of the zone 1-0. But you have to think, for the Rattlers, Maldonado, his fielding from second base might translate well onto the mound. So if Goggin bunts one right back to Mario, he may be able to go over to second and try to start up the double play. But of course, that's a very difficult fielding job to do. 1-0 the count. Mario with the delivery, and that one's above the belt. 2-0 now. And Goggin back in the box. Just the Rams. They're trying to just manufacture this one run. As that one's called a strike 1. A Ram Bell, of course, the name of the lady teams for the Rams. St. Mary's softball, they'll be back in action, speaking of the ladies. The number 14 team in the nation that has won 14 games in a row. Yeah. You talk about a great number. That's it right there.
An astonishing feat from the Lady Rattlers. Just this past weekend, going undefeated in the St. Mary's Rattler Invitational, going 6-0 against their competition, and amazing play from all around the lineup, from Emily Britton pitching fantastically throughout the course of that weekend, and Benavides, yes,
in double-digit RBIs and on the weekend.
Both were named to the all-tournament team as well this past weekend, so the softball team definitely no slouch, as well as Maldonado throws to second, and the double play is made. A 1-6-3 double play, as 2 now down in the top of the 6th.
I mean, I hate to say I called it, but I kind of called it, didn't I?
Christian Summers.
Oh, here comes Summers now to the plate. Summers, he's 0 for 2. He's popped out to left and lined out to short. And now if you're the Rams, you go from having a man on base and none away to 2 away, and still looking to manage that equalizing run. This one hit a mile high, but not a mile far. And the catch is made by Mario Maldonado.
That would be a home run and a phone booth.
So that'll do it for the inning. A roundabout way to a 1-2-3 inning. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th. You're watching Rattler Baseball on the Rattler Network.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
And welcome back, Rattler fans. Roberts, Orton, Garcia due up this inning. That first pitch out of the zone, 1-0. A high-powered matchup between these two Southern Region teams. These teams also tremendous nationally. Angelo State, their impressive record to start the year has them ranked as the number 20 team in the nation. Rattlers, meanwhile, as that pitch is swung on and missed, equally as impressive, if not more so, to start the year, a number 5 ranking for the Rattlers. So both of these teams a lot at stake, another chance to move up in the national rankings should they be victorious here today. 2-1 now the count, as that last pitch was off the plate. And this one's driven high and deep to left field. Oh, and it's off the glove. Zapata not able to make the catch. The ball died down in the air. It looked like it had a chance to at least get to the fence off the bat, but it was dropped by Zapata. He was not charged with the error, though. They'll go on ahead and give Roberts the double. It was going to be a tremendous play if he was going to be able to make it. But man, Roberts got a hold of that one.
That one was hit on a line down left to left field, and Roberts did a fantastic piece of hitting right there as he was able to get the double on the play to lead off the inning as Orton takes the first pitch for a ball.
And I'd be interested to see what Orton does here. Orton, he has 7 sacrifice bunts so far on the year. And if you move up a runner that extra 90 feet right now, it can really help you manufacture that run, especially with the likes of Omar Garcia waiting on deck. 2-0 the count, though, to Brooks. It looks as if he'll be swinging away.
And this is a prime opportunity for the Rattlers to get some insurance runs on the board for Maldonado, who's so far been pitching fantastic since giving that early run in the first inning.
As that ball outside corner called strike 1. Another reason why they may be allowing Brooks to swing away right here, he's a lefty batter. So if he pulls a ball, then you would like to hope that Roberts would be able to advance on over to third. 2-1 the count. And this one hit high into the air towards center field again. Norca, he's going to make the catch. Tagging up at second is Roberts. The throw to third will be offline, and Roberts will slide in safely. So one way or another, Orton able to advance the runner. And now here comes Garcia. Garcia, he's 1 for 2 on the day. He had a single. That single was actually the start of a 2-out rally for the Rattlers. Their first hit of the day. He came around and scored a run. Here's the pitch. Oh, and the ball gets away, but Messengill able to knock it down. 1-0. You see Angelo State infield playing in. They're going to try to cut off this run at the plate if they can.
And if you're Garcia, what you want to do is just hit a nice deep fly ball well into the outfield, which would be enough to score the runner at third.
Pickoff throw over to third, but back safely is Roberts, and the count will be 2-0. And 1-1 actually, the count. Brown comes set. Here's the pitch. And that one, a light tapper over to short. Look back to third, and throw to first is in time. And Garcia is retired. And a good bit of pitching there by Brown. He made Garcia reach for one, and Garcia wasn't able to get it on over. And now will be up to Umpel. Umpel, he's 1 for 2 today. He's also scored a run. And the Rattlers right now, the right part of the order due up, giving Garcia and Umpel the chances to come through. First pitch off the plate, 1-0. Hermsen waits on deck. He already has a couple RBIs today. Brown comes set. Here's the pitch. And that one's fouled back and into the stands, and the count will be 1-1. Brown sets. Here's the pitch, and that one outside. 2-1 now. And if you're Humpel, all you need right here is a single. Here's the pitch. And Humpel lifts this one high into the air, down the first base side, but it'll get out of play. And it'll be a 2-2 count.
It looked to me on that play, the wind was able to carry the ball just far enough out of play as Humpel will dig in for another pitch.
2-2 count, 2 away. Brown comes set. Drake leads from third, and Humpel will spoil another pitch and foul it away, and will be forced to do 2-2 again.
Great job by Humpel, able to battle in this at bat.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And Humpel spoils another. And this is what you have to do if you're Nathan. You just have to keep hacking away the ones that are close until you get one you can handle. Brown sets. Here's the pitch. Oh, and the off-speed pitch got Humpel swinging. So the Rattlers squander a chance at another run after the leadoff double. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on base, but the Rattlers still lead 2-1.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II. We're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $1 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted. We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
Top of the 7th, set to get underway. It'll be David, Tenner, and Choate due up this inning for the Rams. Mario winding and dealing. And that pitch just off the plate, 1-0. David so far today, he's 1 for 2. He singled his first time up. And that one hit over towards short. Gonzalez to throw it, pulled Humple off the bag, but he came down on top of it, applied the tag as well, just in case, and one away.
Great job by Humple, able to get that errant throw and record the first out of this inning.
Now here comes Tenner to the plate. Tenner, he's 0 for 2. He popped out twice. Mario, the pitch, and a called strike 1. Here's the pitch, and off speed, and that one's hit, but well foul down the left field line, and the count will now be 0-2. And Mario, you've noticed that in his counts, he started to get ahead of people instead of falling behind like he was the first time through the lineup. 0-2 pitch. That one blocked nicely by Keith. And it'll be 1-2. Tough job for a catcher. You gotta block all of those, even if no one's on base. It becomes a habit type of thing. And speaking of catchers, the supposed rule change now approved in Major League Baseball, as that pitch is dug out by Keith again, 2-2. The rule stating that most plate collisions are now banned. More specifically, that catchers are not allowed to block the plate until they actually have the ball in hand. So that means if you're a catcher and you're waiting on a ball to come over to you, then you can't block the plate until you actually have control of it. As the 2-2 pitch is outside. And actually, the players most upset about this, the catchers themselves. And as we usually see, a change of rule in Major League Baseball may result in a change of rule in college as well, although that has yet to be announced. Full count, 1 away. As that one's chopped over to third. Barehand play by Hermsen. The throw not in time, and it'll go into right field. Digging for second base is Tenner. He'll be there standing. And they're going to go on ahead and give him a base hit, but an error on the throw that allowed him over to second. And so now the Rams, the tying run in scoring position.
That was a tough play to make for Hermsen. The ball looked like it was about to roll into foul territory, but Hermsen, regardless, made a good effort, but the throw was just off target as he's charged with the first error of the ball game.
Here comes Choate now to the plate. Choate, he's popped out twice. And before we get too far away from it, Brian, I wanted to ask you your opinion on the rule change. Should catchers be allowed to block the plate, and should players be allowed to run over them? We see in Little League, actually, there's a nice rule in place. Basically, you have to slide feet first into the bags. But what do you think about home plate collisions when it comes to the sport of baseball?
It's been a part of the game for quite some time now, and changing the rule, yes, people are going to be against it, but in my opinion, what Major League Baseball is doing is looking long-term and looking for the safety of their players. So although it kind of takes away from that tradition, that what we're used to seeing, in the long run, I believe it is a good rule to have to, you know, make sure that the players are safe first and foremost.
As it's now a 1-2 count. You talk about player safety. An example was of Buster Posey, a prominent figure in baseball. He was injured for an entire year, a former MVP. And so you do want those players protected, but at what cost? As that one gets away from Mario, he bounced it in front of the plate, and now moving up to third base is Tinner. Two and two now the count.
So far, uncharacteristic mistakes from the Rattlers have allowed Angelo State to threaten here in the top of the 7th.
The Rattlers infield playing in. See Roberts pacing back and forth. Here's the pitch, and that one hit over to Gonzalez. He fields it, spins it, throws it, and 2 away. And that a much needed out. St. Mary's will be able to play regularly once again, and it'll be Zapata coming to the plate.
That was a great play by Gonzalez, able to corral that tough bouncer, and he was able to spin and throw to first for the second out.
So 2 away, Zapata at the plate. He's 0 for 2 so far. That one outside corner called, strike 1.
And that last out, a big one for the Rattlers. They really needed that one, especially with a runner at third base, as that one is fouled down the left field line into foul territory.
0-2 now the count, and you can really see Keith Funk setting up behind the plate, and they're really trying to nibble at that outside corner. 0-2 the count. Gonzalez just now getting back to short after he tried to get that foul ball. And that one just barely tapped foul by Zapata. And the count will remain 0-2.
Big situation here for Maldonado. 1 strike away from retiring the side.
Mario from the windup. Here's the pitch. That one high and outside. 1-2. Maybe they're trying to see if they could get Zapata to chase one, do the work for him. Mario looking in once again. Here's the pitch. And that one tapped over to Hermsen. Throw to first is in time, and Joe able to redeem himself, and that'll do it for the inning. So Angelo State threatens once again. St. Mary's manages to come out unscathed. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error committed. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th. You're watching Rattler Baseball on the Rattler Network. Bottom of the 7th set to get underway. Hermsen, Funk, and Gonzalez will be due up for the Rattlers. 6, 7, 8 in the order. Hermsen so far today, he's provided the main power for the Rattlers. That 2 RBI double in the 4th has proved to be the difference in the ballgame. But before we get back to action, looks like we'll have a change in right field.
Leading off the 7th for your Rattlers, third baseman Joe Hermsen.
Brown, first pitch out of the zone for ball 1. Hermsen so far 1 for 2 today. Brown winding up now. Here's the pitch. And a called strike 1 to Hermsen. So 1-1 will be the count. And that one fouled off by Joe, and now be 1-2. And Brian, we've seen the Rattlers in a lot of close games so far this year. They seem to be in another one here with Angelo State, as it's a 1-2 count with a 2-1 ball game. Hermsen taps that one over towards short, and not able to make the throw was Summers. That's a ball that Choate should have taken, and the Rattlers will have a leadoff man on board. But we've seen a lot of close games for St. Mary's so far this year. How do they manage to win these close ball games with such consistency?
Well, it's a nice combination of timely hitting and solid pitching. So far today, Mario Maldonado has done a tremendous job, allowing only 1 earned in 6 innings pitched.
Oh, and Punk's going to get on board as well. Sorry to cut you off. But that one right into no man's land. David was caught looking, and now St. Mary's will have 2 on board.
And Funk on that play, bringing the funk, as he was able to beat out the bunt. But right there, timely hitting late in the ball game, as well as great pitching, as I was mentioning earlier, have allowed the Rattlers to close out these close ball games.
As we see the Rams calling time, making sure their defensive alignment are as they need. Corner infielders look to be playing a step in or so. Middle infielders, meanwhile, are looking for the double play ball. And Gonzalez will be at the plate. Gonzalez, he's 0 for 1 today. He's walked and grounded out to second base. Brown comes set. Here's the pitch. Al showing bunt, but it's in the dirt. 1-0. And this is really a golden opportunity now for the Rattlers to try to add some cushion right here. Gonzalez, a beauty of a bunt. Oh, and he slipped the throw to first, though, in time, as David looked like he was going to attempt to throw it across the diamond to cut down the lead runner, but the slip allowed the runner to advance, but Gonzalez was still cut down. And that really was just a great time for sacrifice. It takes away the double play. It puts 2 runners into scoring position now, and Scott Jones at the plate. Scott, he's 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to short. Showing bunt right there, and looks like he offered at it for strike 1. Jones looking down to third for the sign from Coach Hermes. He has it. The outfield is playing in as well. Any ball that's hit over their head will surely score Hermsen off of the sac fly. That one fouled away. It'll be 0-2 now. Brown shakes off the sign. Now has what he wants. Here's the pitch. And Jones will fight one away. And we'll do 0-2 once again.
And Jones able to fight off several tough pitches so far in this at-bat. He'll need to battle. He's down 0-2 in the count.
Brown with the pitch. Oof, just outside, 1-2. And when you have 2 strikes on you, every pitch you take seems a lot closer than it actually is, but that one off the plate, 1-2. Brown sets, here's the pitch. Jones, a chopper over to third. Choate the throw to first is in time, and Jones is retired.
Center fielder, Adrian Garcia.
And now it'll be up to the top of the order and Adrian Garcia. Garcia, he's 0 for 3 today. He struck out swinging his last time up. And that was against Brown. Here's the pitch, and it's in the dirt, but a good job by Messengill of knocking that one down and saving a run. 1-0.
Give credit to Angelo State. After giving up 2 leadoff hits, they've been able to battle back and get within 1 out of ending this inning and stop the Rattlers from threatening.
That one inside, 2-0 now to Garcia. We'll see what Adrian does here. You have to think that Brown would have to come with a heater here. And he doesn't, and it's out of the zone, 3-0. So your Adrian Garcia 1-run game, a chance to add to it here with a 3-0 count. But you'd think the red light would be on. And it is indeed, and called strike 1. But Garcia, he's been so effective all year long. You have to think if he gets another fastball here, he's swinging the whole way. Brown sets. Here's the pitch. And that one outside, and the bases will be full of gold. Here comes Roberts. Roberts so far today, he is 1 for 3. He doubled his last time up. That was to lead off the 6th. An arm is warming in the Rams bullpen. It's a lefty. So we'll see what they decide to do. As of right now, it looks like just a discussion, no change to be made. Brown's pitch count is at 44 though currently, so for a reliever that's usually a pretty big number.
Second baseman, Drake Roberts.
But it'll be Drake Roberts coming to the plate, and Brown will be opposing him. A right-handed batter against a right-handed batter. Brown looks in. He'll be working from the set. And that one above the belt for ball 1. Most of the time, if a runner is on third base, then a pitcher will go on ahead and work from the windup. But Brown choosing to go with the set instead. And Drake hits this one high into the air. A can of corn in foul territory. And the catch is made by David to end the inning. So St. Mary's threatens but aren't able to convert. No runs on 2 hits. 3 left on base. We're heading to the top of the 8th. You're watching Rattler Baseball on the Rattler Network.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II. We're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes the 10th initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $1 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted. We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
And welcome back, everyone. It'll be the number 9 hitter leading off, Madsen Gill. He'll be followed by Kuhnauer and Norka this inning. Maldonado still out there on the rubber for the Rattlers, and that first pitch is lined sharply into left field for a single. Madsen Gill's second hit of the day. The Rattlers, they do have an arm warming in the bullpen out there. Based off of the figure of the Rattler player, I'd like to guess that it is Rick Villa, even though I forgot my binoculars here today. Kuhnauer now at the plate. Angelo State just looking for that one equalizing run, and Kuhnauer will bunt it. Maldonado will field it and tag out Kuhnauer himself, and so the sacrifice will be successful. Now here comes Norka.
Center fielder, Noan Norka.
Noan Norka, he's 2 for 3 so far today. Both of his hits singles. And it'll be up to Mario to try to retire him. Now looks like Coach Ermis is going to come out. Maybe talk to Mario. Mario's pitch count is at 102 pitches. So a tremendous outing for him so far, considering he's usually just the Rattlers closer. This his first career start. And in your first career start, if you hold the number 20 team in the nation to 1 run on 6 hits, you're doing a pretty good job.
Definitely an impressive debut performance on the mound for Mario, as he'll stay in the ball game with 1 out, and Norka at the plate.
And another thing they could have been doing right there, just going over the scouting report on Norka, seeing how they want to go on ahead and attack him this inning. Norka is 2 for 3 today, so might not be too bad of an idea. 1 away, runner in scoring position, and Norka will now step out, try to gather himself. Mario comes set, here's the pitch, and that one out of the zone, 1-0. Mario, look over to second. Here's the pitch. And a called strike 1. Norka steps out. Now back in. Touches the top of his helmet. Mario. And we got a bit of a standoff right here. And Norka, you can tell when he gets in that box, he wants to be comfortable. He doesn't want to be standing there for too long before he has to swing. Mario, on the contrary, he'll hold the ball, trying to make you uncomfortable standing right there. And this one popped into the air. Humple calling for it. He'll make the catch, and 2 away.
Left fielder, David Goggin.
And now here comes Goggin. Goggin, he's 0 for 3 today. He grounded into a double play his last time up. Mario, here's the pitch, and that one hit well into left field. They're going to try to score the runner. It'll be Jones up throwing. Actually, they're going to hold him. The throw down to second, and they got the pickle going. And the punter coming to the plate. Oh, the throw is errant. Funk tried to knock it down, but the throw by Umple is bad, and we have ourselves a tied ball game. It'll be a single for Goggin and an error on the throw by Umple. Holy smokes.
What a turn of events on that play right there. Just as it seemed the Rattlers had the advantage, we're now in a tie ball game late. And Maldonado still on the mound getting ready to pitch.
And that one hit well into left field. Jones, though, will make the catch. And that'll do it for the inning, but not before the Rams were able to tie up the ball games. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error committed, 1 left on base. 2-2, we're heading to the bottom of the 8th. The Rattler bats will have to retaliate. Bottom of the 8th set to get underway here on the Rattler Network. Joe Rodriguez joined by Brian Maglioan, bringing you all the action of today's game between the Angelo State University Rams and the St. Mary's University Rattlers. First pitch in there to Brooks Orton, a called strike 1. Orton so far, he's 0 for 3 today, and man, Brian, do we have ourselves a ball game. Angelo State, they jumped out to the 1-0 lead in the first. St. Mary's able to come back, put 2 on the board in the 4th. But then in the top of the 8th, the Rams come back. They tie it up at 2 apiece. And now with just a few outs remaining in the ball game, unless we're heading to extras, the Rattlers and Rams are deadlocked at 2 apiece.
Both teams doing a tremendous job this afternoon. Great all-around baseball, with exception of a few plays here and there. We're looking at a tie. This is a tie ball game right now, but it could have been either way if it weren't for those plays. But the Rattlers now have a chance in the bottom of this inning to change all that.
The 1-2 pitch from Brown. That one outside, and it's now a full count. And we've seen that outside corner given rather generously here today. So Brown knew that along with everyone else in the park, but that one just outside. And oh, they got him inside corner. So Orton is rung up, and there'll be 1 away.
Garcia.
And it'll be up to Omar Garcia with one away. Umpel due up after him. Garcia, so far today, he's 1 for 3. He's scored a run. And he'll step into the batting box. Here's Brown. And that one off the plate, 1-0. And this game very important to both squads, as this one, a one-hopper over to third. Choate the throw across the diamond, and it gets away. So St. Mary's catching a break as Garcia will stand at first. An error committed for the first time today by the Rams. That was a bad throw there by Choate. David tried to dig it out, but was unable to do so.
And I think it was a case of Choate having a little too much time to gather himself and get the throw off, but instead the Rattlers get a runner on with one out.
And it looks like now a pinch runner will be coming into the game for the Rattlers.
Your attention please for the Rattlers. Pinch running at first base for Garcia. Number 32, Kenny Corona.
And if history tells us anything, and it does, Kenny Corona will be the pinch runner for the Rattlers. Now here comes Humpel. You know he wants to atone for committing that error in the last half inning. Brown, righty against lefty, first pitch outside for ball 1. Humpel, so far today, he's 1 for 3. Corona, some stats on the year. This is his 9th time pinch running. In his previous 8 times, he's managed to come around and score 3 runs. So 3 of 8 after being a pinch runner. That's pretty good right there. It's not a bad rate. As Umpel looks at that one, a called strike 1, and it'll even up the count at 1 apiece. Corona, though, he's not really the type of guy who will steal bags for you, though. He's 0 for 1 on the year in that department. Although if he does get the correct kind of count, as Brown fires over and Corona dives back safely, we could see Kenny take off. Hermsen waits on deck. Brown sets, here's the pitch, there goes Corona. The jump to second, the throw down is knocked away, and Kenny will be at second base.
That was a strike.
And here's another opportunity for the Rattlers to get a run on the board. They've had several runners in scoring position, however, they've been unable to successfully do so in the past several innings. Let's see if they can do so here in the bottom of the 8th.
Well, Humpel and Hermsen due up for the Rattlers unless some kind of weird double play happens. So you like the Rattlers' chances here in the bottom of the 8th. That pitch out of the zone, 2-2. Just a bit low right there.
And both teams this ball game combining for 11 runners left on base. Rattlers leaving 6 and the Rams leaving 5.
That one swung on and missed. Humpel is struck out for the 2nd time in a row by Brown. And now it'll be Hermsen. Brown, his 3rd strikeout of the game. A combined 6 total strikeouts for the Rams here today. We should also mention that Becker, who was on line for the loss, is no longer on the line as the game is tied. As Hermsen looks at ball 1. Hermsen, his last time up, he had a single. He's 2 for 3 today, a single and a double to go along with a couple of RBIs. And now the Rattlers will ask him to come up large once again. Corona, nice lead from second. And that pitch out of the zone, and Hermsen will look at a ball 2. Brown looking in. Here's the pitch. And a called strike one. And I don't know if Joe liked that call. He kind of looked back at the home plate umpire. But it is a strike, so 2-1 with 2 away. Here's Brown. Hermson, a 2-hopper. Oh, the shortstop jumping up high. Corona, though, caught off the bag. The throw back, and he slides in safely. Corona, an evasive slide to say the least.
Oh, man.
This is the kind of start that makes your heart leap out your chest.
Oh, Corona overran third base, and it wasn't even much of a slide. He crawled right back to the bag, eluding the inning-ending tag, and now runners are at the corner with 2 outs for Keith Funk. Oh, my.
My goodness. Originally, he was going to slide back with the left hand toward the outer part of the bag, but then he reached back with the right hand to the inner part of it, somehow managed to evade the tag and slap his hand on the base. And now we'll have a conversation on the rubber. Keith Funk will be due up for the Rattlers. He's 1 for 3 so far today. And Brian, these types of games could be a preview of the Southern region at large. The #1 Rattlers taking on the #3 Angelo State in the Southern region. Just an exciting game as back and forth we continue to go. So no changes of any kind to be made. Keith will try to bring the funk. Rattlers on the corners.
Keith, no stranger to situations like this. In the second game ever here at Dixon Stadium, opening day, he got the go-ahead, the walk-off hit, unable to get a hit right here as he lines out to second to end the inning. But the Rattlers unable to score despite threatening as the score stays 2-2. We head to the top of the 9th inning. You're watching Rattler Baseball on the Rattler Network.
And the 9th inning set to get underway. A 2-2 thriller underway here at Dixon Stadium. St. Mary's Rattlers and the Angelo State Rams going at it. So that first pitch by Maldonado is out of the zone, or called a strike one, I should say. My deepest apologies. And for the Rattlers, a lockdown inning needed for Mario. As that one's fouled away, it'll be 0-2 now. Mario, 107 pitches so far on the evening. An impressive outing as that one's out of the zone, and it'll be 1-2 now. David at the plate. He's 1 for 3 so far today. He'll be followed by Tenor and Choate. And a swing and a miss, and a strikeout for Mario to start off the inning. Mario is 3rd strikeout so far on the day.
Designated hitter, Derek Tyner.
Now here comes Tyner to the plate. Tyner 1 for 3 as well. He singled his last time up. Actually was able to reach all the way around to 3rd base before the inning was ended. And both of these teams, Brian, they've been going back and forth, threatening the entire way. But at the end of the day, only 2 runs on the board so far for both squads. Mario winding, dealing, and that one hit on a line into center, and it'll be a base hit. And Brian, both of these teams starting to get into crunch time. What do you have to do in order to win these types of games?
Well, especially in this late portion of the ball game, with runners in scoring position, you're going to have to capitalize. Both teams unable to do so in this ball game. And one thing I'm interested to see is how Mario Maldonado reacts to pitching this much and this long. You noted earlier that this is his first career start, and he's thrown over 115 pitches already in this ball game, a high amount for any pitcher in any level for that matter. So it is definitely crunch time, as you put it, for both teams.
The lights starting to turn on in the stadium. Should nighttime fall, we will still have baseball, of course. 1-0 the count. Mario with his sign. Here's the pitch, and that one foul down the first base side, and it'll even up the count at 1-1. Tyner, no stolen bags on the year. He's yet to attempt to steal a base, so you would think that now would be a weird time for the DH to try to snag his first bag, especially in these crucial stages. Mario pickoff throw over to first, and Tyner will dive back safely.
Tyner didn't seem to have much of a lead over at first, although he needed to slide to get back in safely. So if I'm the Rattlers, I just look to take it one batter at a time and try to record the outs as they come, as that one just misses the zone. 2-1.
And to me, the most crucial thing that you can do in order to win these close ball games is to limit your mistakes, because both of these teams, like we said, very, very good teams, and of course, as we usually say, the team that are really, really good make you pay some way, somehow for making mistakes. 2-1 the count, 1 away. And the Rattlers, they might just be trying to keep Tyner close to the bag, so if there were a single, that he wouldn't be able to go from first to third. Check over on him again, and he's safe again. Mario looking in. Getting the sign from Funk. And Tyner's going. The hit and run is on. And it's going to fall in. They tried to wave Tyner on over to third, but it would have been a close play. But there will be 2 Rams on base with just 1 away. So some clutch hitting coming up for the Rams here in the 9th.
Reggie Rodriguez.
And now it'll be Rodriguez coming to the plate. Rodriguez about to take his first at-bat of the game. And Coach Meagle coming out, and looks like there will be some kind of changes being made. And it looks like Hermson's going to be grabbing his first base glove. Well, we'll go on ahead, tell you about the changes when we come back from this quick commercial break. 1 out here in the 9th, and 2 on base for the Rams.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II. We're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes led a top initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $1 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted. We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
So a laundry list of changes occurring for the Rattlers during that break. We'll go on ahead and tell you about the pitching change. Adrian Garcia will be coming in from center field. He'll be pitching. Garcia, a 0 ERA so far on the year with a 1-0 win-loss. In 4 1/3 innings pitched, he's actually yet to allow a hit so far on the year. Meanwhile, in the outfield, Jones moved over from left field to center field. Hermson took his spot in left field by moving from third base. Then Al Gonzalez moved from shortstop to third base. Roberts moved from second base to shortstop, and Mario Maldonado moved from the pitching spot over towards second base, as that first pitch was an attempted bunt that went foul, as it's Rodriguez at the plate. What that means for the Rattler lineup is that it will all stay the same, but Mario Maldonado will now be hitting for Corona in the number 4 spot, which means the Rattlers have forfeited their designated hitting spot for the rest of the game. They'll be playing National League ball for the rest of the way. 2 runners on base, 1 out, an 0-1 count. Garcia, the lefty, the pitch, and that one off the plate for 1-1. So just a bunch of changes, and it lets you know about the versatility that St. Mary's has at their disposal.
Definitely, and the only concern that I have if I'm the Rattlers is the fact that a lot of these players weren't playing these positions 5 minutes ago, and now they're forced to readjust after playing 8 innings, 8 1/3 innings to be exact, of baseball in that one set position. So it'll be interesting to see how all the different defensive switches have affected the Rattlers, either positively or negatively.
1-1 the count, 1 away. Here's the pitch from Garcia, and it's outside for Adrian to Rodriguez. But the thing that I would counter that with is saying that these are usually the natural positions for most of the players, with the exception of the outfield. Hermsen, he can play the outfield as well as third and first base, and Jones, I believe, played center last year before he came over to the Rattlers. But it is a big change to make, and it's kind of a difference of mindset, really, and you just have to switch over to it. 2-1 the count to Rodriguez. Here's the pitch, and that one hit up the middle. Maldonado to Roberts on to first, 4-6-3, the double play. The Rattlers able to get through the ninth. The pitching change successful. They'll head to the bottom. A chance to walk it off.
With 12 premier institutions across 4 states, the members of the Heartland Conference are proud partners of their communities and NCAA Division II. We are committed to the academic and athletic success of our student athletes. The Heartland Conference offers a vibrant championship experience with schools that are nationally competitive, engaged with their communities, and supported by hundreds of thousands of fans who promote a positive game environment. To learn more about the Heartland Conference, visit us at heartlandsports.org. Choose Division II. Choose the Heartland Conference.
Eight, 9-1 due up for the Rattlers here as we have reached the bottom of the ninth. Deadlocked at 2-2. Gonzalez will be leading off the inning. Al, he's 0 for 1 today as that first pitch is blooped over toward right field and it'll fall. A leadoff single for Al Gonzalez, as that's just what the Rattlers ordered to start off the bottom of the ninth.
Big hit for Gonzalez to lead off the inning. Able to bloop one right in front of the right fielder, Rodriguez. And now up to bat is Scott Jones, who's 0 for 3 on the day.
And you can kind of just tell Gonzalez right there, that's one of those muscle hits. He got it off the bad part of the bat, but he's so strong that he was able to put it into right field anyway. Jones showing sacrifice. He already has a sacrifice today, but he managed to pop that one off and out of play, so strike one. Jones, he's grounded out in his last 2 at-bats. We'll see what Scott does here. Adrian Garcia will be due up next at the plate. Brown comes set. Jones still showing bunt and lays it down nicely. Brown, the underhanded scoop, will do it for the first out, but now the Rattlers a runner in scoring position.
Pitcher Adrian Garcia.
And now here comes Garcia. Garcia, it's been a cold day for him. He's 0 for 3. He walked his last time up, however. And now Adrian a chance to come through big at the biggest moment. And it looks like Massengill will head out to the rubber to talk to his pitcher Brown. They do have a couple of left-handed pitchers warming up in the bullpen. The righty-lefty matchup going on right now as Brown's out there. They might be stalling for a little bit of time to try to bring in the lefty to face Garcia. But the issue is, if they do that, then they're going to have the mismatch against Roberts, who's due up next. 1 away, Garcia in the box. Brown comes set. Here's the pitch, and Garcia looking to lay down a bunt as well. Although I think he was trying to get on base with his bunt, and it's off foul for strike one.
Not a bad idea for Garcia. The infield playing back and dropping down a bunt would have probably been a ideal situation for him to reach first base. Instead, he'll take strike one.
0-1 the count, and that one's in the dirt. Garcia will tell Gonzalez to hold up as a nice stop there by Massengill, and it'll even up the count at 1-1. See the coach of the Rams out there giving some signs to his infield. Might have a little pickoff throw over to second right here. Just trying to make Gonzalez think they will. And that one hit over towards second base. It's taken by Kunar, and the throw gets away. Gonzalez, no one's at the plate, and St. Mary's will walk off with the victory. What a way to walk off, as the number 6 St. Mary's Rattlers win yet again inside the confines of Dixon Stadium. A heartbreaking way to lose if you're an Angelo State fan. But St. Mary's, they were threatening the whole game. A tremendous game, the two teams going back and forth the whole way.
Wow, what a wild finish, an appropriate finish for a game like this. Both teams going at it, both nationally ranked. St. Mary's number 5, Angelo State number 20. And just as you had mentioned earlier in the ball game, Joe, it was just a matter of which team was going to capitalize on the other's mistakes. And right there, Angelo State made one too many errors, and Gonzalez was able to round third and score unharmed, as the Rattlers able to pull this one away 3-2.
For Angelo State, their third loss in the year, they now move to 10-3. The hard luck loser is Brown. Brown, he'll move to a record of 0-1 on the year after a great outing by him. St. Mary's, meanwhile, they move to 12-3 on the year. Garcia, the winning pitcher, he's now 2-0 on the year. Remind you, Rattler fans, come out to the park this weekend. We're going to have a lot of action against William Jewell College. We have one game on Friday that'll be starting at 5 o'clock. And then another game on Saturday that'll be at 3, and then the capper of that series will be on Sunday. That game will start at noon. Wow, Brian, what a great way to go back and forth. These two nationally ranked teams. St. Mary's able to prevail in their home park. Garcia able to get the walk off, I do suppose. Well, that'll do it for us here. 3-2, the Rattlers victorious. What a great game for everyone here at the Rattler Network. For Brian Maglulio, I'm Joe Rodriguez. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and as always, take care.